Hey gamers, Foxfires here, bringing you an update on ArcheAge. Housing upgrades for the upcoming combined patch 1.8 and 2.0 hit the PTS today, allowing us to test out the cool new changes. You'll need to be ready for the patch in advance because all servers will be coming down September 10th at 1 p.m. PDT, and come back up with 1.8 and 2.0 September 12th at 1 p.m. PDT. If you haven't seen my previous video about the patch, be sure to click the link for an overview. Because there is so much new information, I'll be breaking the topics into shorter video segments using a question-answer format. In this video, I'll cover what types of materials will be needed for the housing upgrades. The house upgrades require blueprints, building modification permits, and construction bundles. First up, blueprints. How do you get them, and what's the best way to get them? Blueprints are obtained by using evenstones to destroy house designs. You may recall that evenstones are currently being used to salvage archeum from armor and weapons. By destroying house designs ranging from 15 Guildastars to 500 Guildastars, I found that all designs except the 15 Guildastar houses return blueprints equivalent to the Guildastar cost divided by 10. For example, destroying a 50 Guildastar house returned 5 blueprints, a 100 Guildastar house returned 10 blueprints, 150 Gilda returned 15 blueprints, 300 Gilda returned 30 blueprints, and 500 Gilda returned 50 blueprints. By the same ratio, a 15 Guildastar house would be expected to return 1.5 blueprints, but because that isn't an even number, the value is rounded up, so that 2 blueprints are returned. This really adds up if you need 100 blueprints. So instead of destroying 1,000 Gilda worth of designs, if you exclusively destroy the 15 Guildastar houses, you'd only need to destroy 750 Gilda to get the 100 blueprints. So, if you don't have an unused design hanging out in your inventory, and you need to buy them all anyway, buying 15 Guildastar houses is the best bang for your buck. Next up, how do you get building modification permits, and what's the best way to get those? Building modification permits are made from the same menu as you traditionally make taxes, so you can go to any farm or house, even if it isn't yours, and access the menu. The building modification permits require combining 100 tax certificates with a remodeling permit, similar to combining land expansion permits with 100 taxes to make a land expansion certificate. Like land expansion permits, remodeling permits can be obtained from general merchants for 300 gold each. However, land expansion certificates can be purchased for credits directly from the in-game marketplace. Neither remodeling permits nor building modification permits appear to be in the marketplace for credits or the loyalty store. This is important because it seems the only way to get the building modification permits is to generally obtain the remodeling permits from the general merchant and combine them with the tax certificates. Note that the building modification permits do seem to be tradable rather than bind on pickup, in which case these may be a hot commodity on the auction house. One strategy you might consider is to use labor from an alternate account to make permits for your primary account. Another consideration is that given the number of permits required for each house upgrade, permits will constitute a substantial proportion of gold drained out of the economy, so prices of items may fluctuate market-wide. Another important thing to note is that the housing upgrades require construction bundles. So you don't just need a ton of stone bricks, you need to convert them to construction bundles. One critical observation I made about construction bundles on the 2.0 PTS is that each bundle only requires 25 labor to make, which is down from the current 100 labor. So you may want to hold off on converting your mats to bundles before the patch hits. If you're interested in how many of each mat will be required for different houses, or what happens if you want to switch between upgrade types and the mat requirements for those, check out the next video segment. I'll be getting them up as fast as I can, and additional segments will cover what characters can use your upgraded house, the harvest yield from each of the different upgraded farmhouses, and trade pack mat requirements and their turn-in values. As always, thanks for watching gamers. I'm Foxfires, and this has been segment number 1 of ArcheAge Patch 1.8 2.0 Heroes Awaken Housing Upgrade Specifics.